And we're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Sculpting Characters with Ryan Kittleson. Last week, I finished up a project that I had spent a good amount of time on. Did probably 5 or 6 episodes of this. It was a sculpt. Actually, let me bring up I took a photo of the final result. I'll just show everybody that before I get started on a new piece today. I can just find it here in my folders. I'm just looking at a different monitor, that's why you can't see anything. Yeah, hopefully everybody can see that. So yeah, this is the piece that I was working on. I got it printed on my 3D printer. So hey, what's up, Scott Denton? Good to see you here. Yeah, they never get the names right on the live stream here. So yeah, this is the guy I finished up last week. Got him printed on my 3D printer. And then I also got a couple other pieces that I was working on for this live stream in the printer. So this is the piece titled Worse and Worse by Jim Woodring. These are all about 5 inches tall. This is Mo from Calvin and Hobbes. This is Burned Out by Robert Crumb. And just another view of that. And actually, there's another one. I haven't taken pictures of it yet, but I'll show you guys on the camera. So this is that that full print in 3D of that alligator tying the shoelace with a snake. And then there's one other actually that's almost done. The Mr. Richfield from Dinosaurs. That one is still printing one of the hands. My printer kind of broke down with one piece to go left on that, so I don't have anything to show yet for that. Sorry, guys. But yeah, let's get started with a new piece today. This is it's going to be a little bit of a puzzle. It's going to be a secret. It's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a contest. So the first person to guess the artist or title of what I'm sculpting wins a free copy of Ryan's Tools Pro, $20 value. So pay attention, look alive. Let's get started on it. So yeah, I'm just gonna start sculpting, and I'll give a little hint. This is an animated character. Any questions? Just let me know in the chat. Of course, as always, just having a good time talking about stuff while I'm getting some work done. Hey, Wildy's Studio. Glad you could make it. Yeah, they always get the title wrong, Marksman. It's like very rare that they've actually got the correct title here, so that's just what we're dealing with. My graphics tablet is laying down flat. I don't even have a mouse. Um, it's been like 10 years since I've even used a mouse. I was getting kind of like carpal tunnel. I don't know if it was carpal tunnel exactly, but my wrist was hurting. And so I just switched to using my Wacom tablet full time. No, I've actually never used a screen tablet. I mean, other than trying them out a couple times, I've never owned one. I never really liked it very much. The Cintiqs. Um, I've always thought that it was kind of cumbersome how your hand blocks part of the screen, and then the tip of the stylus never perfectly aligns with the cursor. And in order for it to be ergonomic, like if you got the Cintiq laying down flat, then you have to hunch over to look at it. If the Cintiq is up vertical, then you have to lift your hand up all the time. And if it's kind of like 45-degree angle, it's sort of like okay for both your neck and your hand, but not quite great for either one. So I just have no trouble at all having like good eye-hand coordination with uh, my tablet separate from a screen. Hey Fabiano Race, glad to have someone from Brazil here. How's it going in Brazil? How's things going with you, Scott? You still in London? It is not Pinocchio. It is not E.H. Shepard. So I'm just putting a link into the chat to my plugin Ryan's Tools. This is what the competition is for. The first person to guess the artist and or title of the piece wins a free copy of Ryan's Tools. If you already have a copy of Ryan's Tools, I suppose if you win, you can donate a copy to a friend or something. Yeah, man. Want to hear from you, Scott? By the way, if anybody doesn't know, Scott Denton here in the chat. He's a good friend of mine. He's been a guest on the live stream as well. And yeah, always welcome to come back. Be another hangout guest on the live stream. He works in London as a professional modeler for film and animation. Worked on a lot of really cool stuff. Now, I say calling it an animated character is already enough of a hint. If I start giving more hints, it'll get too obvious. It is not Popeye. So I just saw a movie last night that was pretty impactful. Anybody seen Infinity Pool? a horror movie. It's really really effective. It's pretty shocking. I'm not normally into horror movies, but it was a really good one. I recommend it. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing. Anybody else see it? Yeah, so my 3D printer conked out. I'm really upset about it. It just makes a really awful grinding noise now, and it doesn't the platform doesn't move up and down. I've only printed about 20 things on it so far. I was pretty hesitant to get a 3D print in the first place because I just know from everybody's accounts how finicky they are and how easily they break down and how much of a pain they are to maintain. But all the reviews were saying that it works. Like this particular model I got just works and it's really reliable. Yeah, it's a lot of cleaning. It's messy work and it's really toxic chemicals and it's really bad for you and you have to be very careful. And yeah, it's like whole. It's not just like buying a toaster. It's like you know it's a whole lifestyle. It's like a thing you want to like devote a lot of time to. And I'd rather sculpt. Maybe let somebody else handle the printing. Although it has been really cool to print out my sculpts and stuff. It's really cool until it's not. I haven't seen Ahsoka. Not really that interested in it, honestly. I haven't really been impressed with any Star Wars since the original trilogy, honestly. Actually, I did like the animated Clone Wars. I do take that back. It is not Gargamel. It is not Elmer Fudd or Scrooge. Um, I guess I will give another hint. It's not a mainstream animation. If you are into indie animation, you'll probably know this. Heat Miser? I don't even know what that is. It was not Pee-wee related. Oh shit, we have a winner. We have a winner. Unfortunately, the winner is someone who already owns Ryan's Tools, but you get a free copy to give to anybody you want. Yes, the correct answer is Your Face by Bill Plimpton. The reflection in my glasses. Yes, everybody go look up Your Face by Bill Plimpton. If you have not enjoyed that bit of animation yet, you will definitely enjoy it. I'm eventually going to deform this um, head once I kind of get it where I like it into one of the deformations in particular that I enjoy. So I think Scott's saying that he'll give away the prize to the first one who can guess where I am from originally. Is that right? Is that what you're saying, Scott? Yeah. Who can guess where I'm from originally? Does my accent give it away? I'm from America. That's cool. I think the information's on the internet somewhere where I'm from. Currently live in Portland. That's not where I'm from. I have lived in Brooklyn, but I'm not from there either. I have lived in Eastern North Carolina. I went to college at East Carolina University, but I am not from there. No, not from Greece. Hey, Nicholas. Nope, I've lived in New York City, but I'm not from there. Nope, I've lived in Winter Park, Florida, but I'm not from there. People actually are you doing like background searches now? Pay like $25 to some company to look up all my background information. Ryan's tools only cost $20. If you spend more than that to get it, you're paying too much. Oh, getting close. I have lived in Idaho. I'm not from there. I do know Coretta Singer. Do you know Coretta Singer? I don't know why, but I just love sculpting ears. Kind of like the same over and over again, but every ear is just slightly different. Niles Rogers. I don't know who that is. Oh, that's cool. Jake's cover. That's funny that you mentioned riding motorcycles together with Coretta Singer. I just bought my first motorcycle actually a few weeks ago. It's been a lot of fun. I never rode a motorcycle before. I mean, as a passenger, yes, but never riding it, driving it myself until I just got my permit a short while ago and then bought my first bike. I don't think Coretta actually knows where I'm originally from. Rhino 3D is one of the first softwares I ever picked up for 3D. I haven't used it in a long time, but I know some people who are like really into it. Apparently, it does some really good stuff. Nicholas, I have not seen that video, Daft Punk. Well, Casey Forrester, you're very close. I was born close to there. What do I think the best 3D programs besides ZBrush? Well, if you want to do animation, ZBrush is not for you. So for other programs, Maya, it's complicated. There's a lot of stuff to learn with Maya, but it does a lot of stuff. Then there's Blender. There's another Maxon software, 3D. No, is it? The name of their 3D animation software just skipped my head. Eh, it's on the Maxon website. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I've used it just a little bit. It's more welcoming to beginners than Maya. I tried 3D modeling in VR. I have a little bit, but I found it more frustrating than actually useful. I mean, it's just I'm so used to ZBrush. I can do anything I think of doing in ZBrush, and I just know how to do it. And the fact that I'm looking at a 2D flat screen doesn't really bother me at all. It's like just that extra amount of 3D, it fools your eye to feeling like you're in a 3D space, but it's kind of gimmicky. Like there's only a few instances where like really feeling that 3D space I feel is actually going to be beneficial. I have heard of plasticity. I've never used it though. Cool, man. Thanks for dropping in, Scott. Enjoy your dinner, man. I'll be in touch. Take it easy. Yeah, I'm excited to see the result on this one too. It's gonna be fun to do the deformation on it. I might actually play around with a couple of the different deformations that this head makes. Yeah, Nicholas, I think the videos are recorded, and then you can watch them on the ZBrush Live website or something like that, or on their YouTube channel. I can't remember exactly where. Have a good one. What was the most challenging head shape I had to sculpt? They've all got their different challenges. It's hard to say really what's the most challenging. When you have to get a likeness of someone and really get it accurate, um, that can be difficult. That can be a challenge for sure. Okay, Casey Forster, I want to know what made you guess Sioux Falls, South Dakota is not correct, but I'm just like really curious what made you guess that. See, this is how I find out like what information about me is available on the internet. I get people to do challenges like this. Tom Moore. I didn't put on my makeup today. Sorry, guys. It actually does look a little bit like Warren Buffett. But if in case you're showing up late, there was a competition to guess who this is, and it is from the animation Your Face by Bill Plimpton. And so I've got these various references here for it. In the end, I'm going to deform it into this one with the sort of spiral around head. And then if I get my 3D printer to work, I'll try to 3D print it. Churchill. Nice. Is anybody planning on competing in the Sculpt Off with the for the ZBrush Summit? Still have to enter officially. Forgot to do that. Exactly, Judonite. That's, I mean, how did you know? How did you know? Like you were there. Were you there? So one of the interesting things about this drawing, it's such a loose, sketchy drawing that I can kind of, you know, have my own way with the details. You know, if I can just kind of do it how I want to do it. But I do want to kind of maintain that signature Bill Plimpton style where it's like really fleshy, you know, and three-dimensional. So I want to keep a lot of that in there. Been playing some video games lately too. Anybody play a run and gun game called Hunt Down? Just finished playing that two-player with a friend. Really fun game. It's really great, like dystopian 80s action movie style characters. It's like really reminiscent of things like uh, Escape from New York or The Warriors, RoboCop, stuff like that. Casey, I am in Dynamesh at the moment. You can see the mesh. I guess you could call it semi-stylized or fully stylized Sonat. Yeah, it's definitely a stylized character. Curious how I'm going to do the hair. I want to do the hair like really, I think I might make it as a separate object and then actually like slice it up into like separate chunks. Because the way it's drawn in such a like each each like clump of hair is such a distinct shape. It's really fun to look at. I'm curious if you guys are hearing my friends in the other room talking. Is it distracting? Can you hear it, or is that okay? Just curious. Put a shout out in the chat. Do I find box modeling more complex than sculpting? Oh, it's good that you guys aren't hearing the noise in the other room. My friends just have some other friends hanging out in the next room, and they're just having a conversation. So I was hoping it wasn't bleeding into this chat too much. So do I find box modeling more complex than sculpting? Well, they're just two different things, really. I don't know if I'd say one is more complex than the other. It depends on what you're making. If you're making something highly organic and asymmetrical and complicated, box modeling gets really complex really fast. But if the shapes you're making are kind of more like cartoonish or like simple mechanical shapes, then yeah, box modeling's great. MK1 pre-order? I don't know what that is. What's a MK1? Yeah, Zach. I mean, I used to do like a box model as like a base to start sculpting on, but now that ZBrush has so many options for like creating new like base shapes so easily, like there's so many different ways. You can smash primitives together, dynamesh them together, you can Z remesh, you can use curves, and you can basically do box modeling in ZBrush as well. Um, yeah, but yeah, just even starting with just a sphere and just start pulling out, you could pull out arms and a torso and a legs from a sphere and have a base to start sculpting on in seconds. So yeah, I haven't really done box modeling for a character in a long time. It's been years. Oh, Mortal Kombat 1. No, I have not got the pre-order on that. I like Mortal Kombat. It's cool, but I'm not like a huge fan of the franchise. Um, I might play it if, somebody else gets a copy. So I'm getting kind of close to the point where I'm thinking about doing a retopology on this guy, because, well, also I need to start thinking about the deformation he's going to go into, like the way it stretches around. I'm wondering if I should stretch him out then retopologize, so I know I've got a lot of edges to work with. But then again, it's just kind of stretching. I'm going to stretch it forward and then wrap it around. And I guess all of the stretch lines that form are going to form like along this, like around this wrapping around shape. So I'm probably not going to need a lot of extra detail. I think, yeah, I'll probably just Z remesh it before I do this deformation. Hey, Ahmet, make gauntlet. You mean like a glove, like a armored glove? I guess it is, it all depends on what shapes you need from it, you know? Is it a lot of little armor bits? Is it um, mostly leather? Like, is it little plates? Is it like overlapping? It really just depends on what shape you're going for. All right, I'm gonna do a an overlay. From what I understand, when I do an overlay, can you guys see in the live stream the overlay? I'm not sure if you guys can see it or not. Just want to get the proportions kind of really nailed in here before I go to Z remesh. There's going to be a few inconsistencies because, of course, the drawing was not made like perfectly symmetrical, but that actually lines up pretty well. I'm going to drop the top of the head just a little bit. And I'm going to pull the upper lip up a little bit. But otherwise, that lines up really nice. Cool. Any Halloween sculpting plans? Not really. I mean, if my 3D printer was working, I might think of like some kind of costume or mask that I could make with 3D printing, but I'm so frustrated with my printer right now how it's not working that I might just throw it in the garbage. 3D printing is great until it's not. That's basically what I've learned. Hey Prashant, good to have you here in the live stream. Hit it with a hammer. I'll smash the printer up into little bits, and then I'll I'll call it modern art, and I'll sell it for $1 million. That's a great concept for a work of art, right? A 3D printer itself smashed up and turned into an abstract sculpture. I might just leave this without Z-remeshing, because the way I'm going to deform it is just so extreme. I'll probably just save a copy where it's like not deformed, and then I'll just deform it. Let me get some hair on him first, though. Yeah, I think I'm just going to sculpt the hair right on the head. That's funny, Judah. It is better than an NFT. Boy, those NFTs sure went away fast, didn't they? I thought they were a dumb idea. People were hiring me to make things for NFTs. I was like, sure, I'll take your money up front, but didn't want to invest in them. NFTs, I mean, I think there's still people holding on to their NFTs, hoping that they recover some value. Uh, but yeah, I'm not holding my breath, waiting for that to happen. But yeah, there's no craze to buy NFTs anymore. That ship sailed. Crap, I had symmetry turned off. Oh, I think ZBrush added like a year or two ago this way to like mirror a mask. Like if you have masking on one side, you can like flip it to the other side, but I haven't used that feature since it came out. There is mask there's all kinds of things I haven't used in a bit. Oh well, I'll just do it manually. Yeah, the metaverse, that idea can just go die. I think that's a terrible idea. And the way Meta implemented it was just, it was just awful. I was like, no way am I gonna sign up for that. It's like holding on a fart once it's released. Oh man, that's good. Yeah, my VR headset's kind of a paperweight too. I never even really used it that much, um, and now it doesn't work with my new laptop. And I tried contacting Valve customer support about it, and they're like, "Try hiring an expert to fix it." And I'm like, "Who do you think I'm talking to?" I like playing around with the kind of non-traditional hairstyles, like really sculptable hairstyles or really interesting, weird things. There's all kinds of different approaches you can take to creating hairstyles, and it's always such an interesting, unique challenge. Every hairstyle is different, and but they all a lot of times there's different patterns that they follow, and so it's just kind of a fun experiment to see like what technique will make an appealing effect in sculpting hair. It is not the damn standard brush. It is my custom crease brush. It's part of, you can get it part of Ryan's Tools Pro, and it's actually better than the damn standard. I'm going to be totally honest. Typing a link here where you can get Ryan's Tools Pro. But yeah, I made that brush like 15 years ago, and it's like does so much heavy lifting for me. Yeah, I feel like that kind of captures the effect of that hair. There's a couple adjustments I might make to it though. Actually, I should have made it with the this silhouette broken up a little bit. Let me see how I can do that. I don't really like how that looks. So I'm not sure. Can you guys tell if he has a little tiny like hairline mustache? Or is that just like the way it's drawn? Do you guys think? Does he have a mustache or not? You know, I think he has a little mustache. I should give him one. Yeah. I think that really like a character too. I'll do it. Oh yeah, I have to make his suit as well. Well, this is going to be a two-episoder, I'm pretty sure. Next week I'll finish off the pose and the suit. I do have about 20 more minutes though. I think I'll give him a tongue, even though it's not really a tongue really visible in the original animation. Can't hurt to give him one anyway. Hey Sonor 2020, thanks a lot for joining. All right, let's do a quick test of how we could deform this. It's probably not going to be the deformation I ultimately end up with, but let's just see what happens. Using Ryan's tools, mask gradient. Spin this guy around. Too bad, huh? It's pretty cool. I like that. That's hilarious. Probably gonna have to figure out a way to do it a little bit more precisely, actually, because I want to go mostly after this one. Actually, I want to twist it around a little bit more than this one, but I have to make sure that hair doesn't deform too much. So it's gonna take a little bit more precision with how I set this up. Isn't that cool though? I really like that effect. It's gonna be hilarious. All right, let's try this again. Actually, first I'm gonna kind of squish the face in. Oh, maybe I'll do that later. Let's see what we get here now. Oops. The eye is an instanced object. Let me lock that in first. Yeah, Zach Hyde, I am going to be 3D printing this. If I can get my printer to work, though. So that's a little bit better. It's going to take some finessing to get this really where I want it to be. And it's still grabbing too much of that hair. Yeah, that's working out. Yeah, yeah, I like that. Eyes are kind of bugging out a bit more than I would want. Actually, yeah, I'll just push those back into place, actually. Hilarious. Probably do another Dynamesh on this thing so that it kind of works out some of these kinks. I can kind of smooth things out. But actually, this is looking pretty close to what I was going for. Not totally, but it's getting close. It'll take some massaging. Should probably put the ears on a separate polygroup too, because it's gonna be hard to control those separately. Well, this gives me some, I guess, ideas for starting this when I go about doing it for real. Like this was just kind of a test, but I think next week I'm gonna, this gives me some things to plan for, some ideas of how to proceed, so that this comes out really nice. So, uh, yeah, thanks for joining me, everybody. I'm gonna call it quits for today, and yeah, see you guys next week, Thursday, same time. Hope everybody has a great one. I'll let you guys know if my 3D printer starts working again. That would be really nice. And yeah, thanks for joining. Have a great week.